Hello everyone. Welcome back to Lovely Lavender Wishes. It's Renee. I hope you're having a very blessed day today. So today I am going to be working in my interleaved Bible. Interleaved just means you have a blank page on one side, the verses, and then a blank page. So I love it because you get a whole page to craft on. So I want to do a disclaimer. I have some construction work going on in my house right now. And so if you hear pounding or talking or people coming in or out, that's what's going on. It's like a demolition area around here. But that is what's going on today. But, you know, it's going to be going on for quite a little while. So if I waited until it was all done, I would never get any videos done. So let's just get crafting today. So today we're going to be in Lamentations 3. And yeah, hear all that pounding? So Lamentations 3. And I am kind of imitating a page that I saw in His Palette Bible journaling group on Facebook. They did a one day at a time page. Somebody did a live, and of course I couldn't watch the live, but I saw some of the pages that people have done over time, and I'm gonna take a few of those ideas and just kind of do my own using what I have. This is a printable I had, and I don't know where it came from, y'all. So sorry, but it was just in one of my Bible journaling folders on my computer, and I loved this little printable with the girl and the cat and sitting and reading, you know. And I haven't had much time to read lately. And so this is kind of hopefully getting me back into that. I want to like sit and read a little bit more. But yeah, I just like this printable. So I just printed it out on just regular old copy paper. And we're going to use her. So I think most of the people used a printable by His Palette called Moving On or something like that. You can check out His Palette and get that printable if you want. But I'm going to just use what I have. And I'm going to do it a little differently than what the live video showed. I kind of like I saw it briefly. I didn't watch the whole thing, but like I said, I saw the finished pages. And I'm just going to use a variety of things that I have and do my own thing. So moving on, Lamentations 3. Let me grab this. And we are going to be in verses... Let's see, 22 through 24. It says, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore, I will hope in him. And I'm just going to underline this just quickly, as straight as I can. I love that his mercies never come to an end and they're new every morning. This past weekend, it was the weekend from H-E-L-L, y'all. As my mom used to say, H-E double hockey sticks or whatever it was. But everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong. I was in tears all Sunday. It was just a really rough weekend. I mean, I've had a rough couple months, but this was another just rough weekend. But then this really stuck with me because it says, his mercies never come to an end and they are new every morning. And literally from Sunday to Monday, it was like night and day. Sunday was just this emotional roller coaster, very, tearful, very upsetting. And then I went to bed. I was just like, oh, that's it. I need this day to be over. I'm going to bed. And then the next morning I woke up and all those things that were like kind of, not all of them, but a lot of them that were kind of like in chaos and whatever, literally Monday morning, they started falling into place. I started getting emails, some text messages, some friends called, and just all of a sudden things just started falling into place. And I was like, what the heck just happened? It was like literally like night or day. And then Monday night, I was like, wow, like everything just kind of worked itself out. And so when I look at this scripture, I was like, I just look at it and I'm like, yeah, every morning it's new. So if you feel like you're going through a rough time, which we all do, y'all know, if you've been watching me, I have been going through it this last year. But the promise we get is there's always a new day. So every time you think you're at the end of your rope, just hang on for one more day. If you can just say, I'm going to hang on for one more day. And then if you can get through that day, and then just say, I'm going to hang on for one more day, because you never know. It's always, watch those, I watch those, what is it? Those, shows on TV, like the reality shows, like, Naked and Afraid, let's say, like those survival shows. And everything's going wrong. They're starving out there. They're hurting. They can't get any sleep, whatever. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to quit because I just can't take this anymore. But then they're like, okay, I'm going to go to sleep and we'll see what tomorrow brings. And they go to sleep. And then the next day, like they're able to catch a snake or something and they have food or whatever it may be. But it's like, sometimes it just takes you one day and things can completely turn around. And I just literally experienced that this past couple days. And that's kind of why this is really resonating with me. And I saw the pictures on the Facebook group. I was like, wow, yeah, taking it one day at a time. And that was the title that they used, one day at a time. If you can just take it one day at a time, I think, God can show us some incredible things within a 24-hour period. If just keep hanging on, because you never know. Tomorrow is always a new day. So saying all that, let's get crafting. So I'm just gonna do a mixed media page today. We are going to use some of these little watercolors that I got. I mean, they're super, super cheap little watercolors, and I've had these forever. I mean, they last a while. I don't use them all the time, but they do last. I'm going to use this little tan here. So I've got some water over here, and I'm going to get this going, and we're just going to make like a wash. A wash is just like a thin coat of color on your page. I did prep the page because we're going to be adding a lot of layers and such to this. So, and I'm using just these tan colors and pinks and blues because that's what's in this picture. Again, I always use the colors that are kind of in your printable. I like playing off those colors. So I've had people ask me like, how do you choose the colors that you choose? And it's because it's the colors that are in the printable. It's just easier to work with those colors. It kind of just joins your whole page together. But it's also nice to do contrasting colors too at times. So it just depends on like really what you're going for. This is just a wash, meaning just to get just a light color on the page. I use watercolor because it's easy, and we're just gonna let's do that, and let's put some on this side. We'll carry it over a little bit. Some down this side. Again, no rhyme or reason, just kind of playing with it. Some down there, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna go back in and do a little bit, some darker spots, I guess. I'll do this down here. Let's just do a little bit, some darker up here and just a little bit down the side. But I hope you're all doing well. Okay, and I'm gonna dry in between layers. I always dry in between layers because it just, if you don't with watercolor or anything water-based, when you add more water, all your colors will just kind of blend together and it just becomes more mush versus like distinct colors. So anytime you're using paints or mixed media, you usually want to dry in between each layer. It gives you just more of a distinct look. But if you want to blend the colors, then don't dry in between each layer. I'm wondering where that purple color is coming from. Do I have something on the back? No. Thought it's something in my brush. Leaked over onto that side a little bit, but no biggie. I'll just paint over that whenever I do that page. I like the little puddles I get. If you want more, you can just, you know, dab and get more puddles. Okay, so I'm gonna rinse out my brush here, and then I am going to, let's see which blue. Maybe this blue right here will kind of match a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. I'm gonna wash that out a little bit more. There we go. Just in some areas, just add some of the blue. If it drips, you know, no biggie. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water, get it. Let's put some up there. Ooh, that's a little dark. And if it gets too dark, just put some more water on it. And then you can fade it out. So let's get some paint on there. Okay, let's see, maybe some right in that corner a little bit. Some dripping there. Okay, let's dry that. I like the little puddles it's making too. I actually like that, so I want to keep those. That's blowing everywhere right there. Dab a little bit of that up. That's just all puddly. Okay, I got to get this completely dry before I can do my next layer, so this might take just a tad. I love these little puddle marks. Love it. And every time you do watercolor, like you're always going to get a different effect. So it's never the same. I like it. You can do the same, we can do the same exact thing on another page, and yet the image, like the little background puddles and stuff, will always be different because it just depends on where the water lays and how your brush, you know, brushes out in the water or on the color and all that. I love these little droplets right there. Oh, that's cute. I love this one. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting that to happen. Love it. Okay, almost dry. And if you don't like the crinkly of the page, you know, you can always iron it and make it completely flat, but I don't mind that. Okay, so I'm going to move all this water and stuff because I know I will knock it over. Okay, I also have this stamp. I don't know where I got this, y'all, but I think it came in a pack of 4 with different words on it. But this is cherish. It says, hold dear, feel or show affection for, to keep or cultivate with care and affection. I mean, it just goes on to treasure, holding in the highest regard. I love that because we're taking one day at a time, but I also want to treasure our days. You know, definitely want to treasure and cherish our days. So I'm going to use this stamp and Gosh, I haven't used this stamp. Let's see. Let's prime this stamp a little bit. Let's see how. Okay. I don't mind if it's and I'm not going to press too hard because I don't want it to be so dark. I'm not holding this straight at all, am I? So we're just gonna put this in different spots. Let's put some up here. The middle part didn't come out there. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave that. Okay. Just some background. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna take this brush. It's got a harder bristle. My watercolor brush had a softer bristle. And then I have this King's Gold and this Country Tan acrylic paint. Is it acrylic? I think it's acrylic. It's craft paint. It could be acrylic. It could be, I don't even know. It doesn't even say on here. I don't know. I'm sure it says somewhere. I'm just not seeing it. Acrylic paints, water-based acrylic paints. I'm gonna shake these up. This one's almost gone, so just the tans and the gold, because I'm gonna just kind of dry brush this onto the page. Let's see how. If you want to use texture paste, you can use texture paste. I'm gonna put some along the edges here. If you want to use your finger, use your finger. Like I said, I'm just kind of dry brushing this on. If I want it to be smoother, I could add water. But I just kind of want this kind of look, I guess, just like a rustic kind of. I'm gonna smear this in a little bit more. Okay, let's go on this side. Let's just go like that. Okay, and then let's add some of this goldish yellow stuff. Let me rinse this off. I do the same thing with this yellowish gold. Just looks like this. It's kind of like a honey gold or like a mustard, I guess, maybe. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I'm gonna blend these a little bit. I just want to kind of get the tans of this. I don't know. Again, no rhyme or reason, y'all. Just have fun with it. I never know how my pages are going to turn out. I always have like an idea in my head of what I'd like, but then, you know, you never know. And a lot of times I'm pleasantly surprised at the end. I was like, ooh, it turned out nothing like I thought, but it looks pretty cool. And I love this technique because, again, you don't have to be good at art. A lot of people, I get that a lot. Everyone's like, oh, I'm not good at art. I can't I don't know what to do. You don't have to be good at art. It's just slopping color on the page, y'all. You don't have to be good at art at all. And that's another reason why I love a lot of these like YouTube channels and stuff. You can just kind of watch people and follow along and do it yourself and not worry about like if you're doing it the right way or whatever it may be. There's no right or wrong way. Just have fun with it. Get messy. That's what I'm always saying, right, y'all? Get messy. Have fun. Okay, so I'm gonna put that to the side and let's dry that. So she is gonna go, I'm guessing like right around there. You know what? I do want to grab, I think I'm gonna grab some whites. I wanna fade some of this to the back. So I'm gonna grab my white acrylic gesso and I'm gonna grab this brush as well. And I'm gonna go in here and I want to fade some of this out. This is a little too dark for me right here. So I'm going to and that's the other thing. If you're ever doing something, you're like, oh my gosh, I put too much color on or whatever, just go in with some white paint or a lighter color and you can fade it out. Like I wanted this stamp in the back, but I think right here, in a few spots, it's like kind of bothering me. It's just too dark. I want it to be in the background because I want my image to stand out a lot more. So you can always fix it. I actually am liking this better, yeah. So just go in and fix it. So yes, we are demoing our master bath. I wish I would have done it earlier because it really would have helped when I was in my boot. We have like a really small shower in our master bath. It's like a one-person shower and it was driving me nuts. And we've been wanting to do this forever. And then we finally signed the contract. We actually signed the contract before I had my accident with my Achilles. And like it really would have helped if it was all completed. It'd be, you know, when this accident happened, because it was super hard trying to get in and out of that really small one-person shower, because the shower we're putting in now is going to be bigger and without the lip and all this other stuff. I mean, we have a really old shower. So they're demoing our whole master bath. So right now our house is in a construction zone. I'm going to get this off because if you have gesso on your brush, it will, I mean, this is an old brush anyways, and the bristles are already hard and tough, but if you have an old, I mean, if you keep gesso in your brush, it'll make it really stiff and sticky, so make sure you wash it off. Okay, so yeah, we're demoing and doing, that'll be going on for a little while, I think, so we'll just see. Okay, let's try this. See how the white pushed all the color to the back? I like that. I want it to be more subdued. It was a little too bright or too forward, I guess. And I wanted to push it to the back a little bit more. And I might, oh, that should be good. I was gonna say I might have to push that a little bit more to the back too, but now we're gonna go in with some bright pink. I've got this bubblegum pink because I wanna kinda bring the pink out of this, but we'll see. It might be a little too bright. We shall see. So I have this stencil. I got this one from AliExpress, I think, in some big packages. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is from AliExpress. It's a pretty cool stencil. It's got hearts and keys and this little, you know, this heart, and then this this isn't a chevron, but diamond image, and then these little swirly whirlies, little flares or whatever these are. And I'm trying to think. Let's try. Look how bright this pink is going to be. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. I'm going to put this right here right now. And I'm thinking, so she's going to be around here. I'm trying to see if we want this to swirl, maybe like from there to there, onto this page to this page. It's a little difficult trying to get it in. And it's not that bright. I mean, I can get it brighter, I think, but let's go with this first, and we can always make it darker if I need to. So let's hold this there and see how well this works. I do want some parts to be a little bit darker than others, so oops. And when you do stencils, don't rub so hard that you're going underneath the stencil. Make sure, you know, you're rubbing on top of the stencil so that you're not going under the stencil, because if you go under the stencil, you're not getting the image of the stencil, if that makes sense. Like if this shifts, you know, like, and I get under the stencil, then you're not getting the stencil look. Oopsie, like that, like it's going under. I'm trying to hold this part. Some parts are. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Ooh, pretty. I think I want a little bit darker in some areas, so let's try to darken up some of these other areas. Let's do, I'm gonna line that back up and do this a little bit darker in some spots. Oh yeah, oh, I love that. Okay, yes, pretty. Let's see where she's gonna be. Like right about here, so I'm thinking, maybe we'll have this swirly part coming like from here, right about here. And you don't have to use the whole stencil either. You can just use little pieces of it. If there's like just a little part of a stencil that you like, then just use that part. And I think she's gonna be sitting right about there, so I don't even need to do the whole stencil right there. I can need to focus on this part out here. Again, I want some parts to be darker than others. And let's see, this might show, so let's just do that stencil part, and I'll just do that light. Let's see. Ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. And then, let's see. Do we want that to, maybe to peep in from the side right there. It's a little stencil here. If you don't have this stencil, you can use any other stencil you want. Again, use what you have. Y'all know I say that all the time. Use what you have. Just, you can use the same techniques, but with, you know, your own images, your own stencils, your own things. Okay, so I'm gonna carry this over to this side. Let's use this little one. Again, I'm gonna have that come in like right about there. If you have flower stencils, or if you don't even have stencils, you can draw in your own thing. You can use a pink pen and do little swirlies on your own. Pink marker, pink crayon. Doesn't even have to be pink. It could be whatever color you want. Like if you have a different image with a different, trying to decide which one do I want to use. A really big one here. Or do we want to use a small one coming out here? Maybe just kind of, we'll have that go like that. Like I said too, you don't ever have to use the stencil the way it's meant to. You can kind of shift it around and use it whichever way you want. I'm gonna have it be light out here and darker towards the edge. And then just have it like kind of fade out here. But I want it to be dark over here. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, and it just kind of fades out. And let's just do a little bit up here. Let's have it go right here. Boy, they're just destroying my bathroom right now. But they gotta destroy it to make it new, so. There we go, pretty. Okay, so there's that. Ugh, I'm getting it everywhere, y'all. Let me. So yeah, I think I'm averaging about 1 video a week right now. But hey, that's where I'm at right now. My schedule is just getting absolutely bonkers, but that's okay. I like to be busy. I do like to be busy. Okay, we're gonna dry this just to make sure it doesn't smear. And she is gonna sit right about there. And so I have this clock stamp, and I'm just gonna actually just use my hands. I'm not gonna put it on I was thinking if I should put it on a acrylic board, but I think I'm just gonna use my hands. And if she is sitting here, I want the clock to kind of come out from here. And I'm thinking I'm going to do, let's do, what is this? Brushed corduroy first. And if it's not dark enough, we can do the espresso, but I think I'm gonna do like a double image of this. What I mean is I'm gonna like do the clock in a couple different areas. And if it overlaps, that's completely fine. It's gonna be blurred a little, which is again, completely fine, because sometimes my days, you know, drag on, and other days they go so fast that it's blurry, and other days that I'm just like trying to get through the day, and then other days, you know, I'm like, oh, I want this day to last forever, and then, you know, other days I'm like, let me just go to bed and let me, please tomorrow come quickly. You know, I mean, I don't know if any of you have been like that. Like there are some days that you just never want to end, and then there are other days it's like, okay, I'm going to bed now. It's like 6 o'clock at night, but I'm going to bed now because I just want this day to be over, and let's just start over tomorrow. That was this weekend. I was like, that's it, I'm done. I need a reset. So I'm gonna put this clock here, and I'm gonna press really hard because it's uneven surface. Let's see what it looks like. Let's just make sure I get it all. Oop. Okay, so she'll go like right about there. And then I want a darker image. So let's do this ground espresso. We'll see how this turns out. And if not, I can always even go darker. I'm getting it everywhere but this damp. Getting it everywhere but where I need it. It doesn't help that I'm doing this on an uneven surface. I always just use what I have right in front of me. It's probably not the best way to do things, but you know, it's the way I'm doing it. So I'm gonna go in and get rid of this ink that's on the part, not the, you know, not the stamp part. Okay, and let me go in, and I'm gonna kind of do that. See how I'm getting like this double image, and I love how that's dark. That's cool. Okay, let me dry that real quick before I put her there because it's gonna smear. I can see how wet it is. So let's dry that. You can try. Okay, and then she's gonna go like, maybe like right there. Okay, so let's glue her down because I think, oh, actually, no, she's got to be last. Sorry, y'all. Ignore me. Ignore me. So I have this last stamp. It's all these little circles. And I'm going to use the versafine black. Let's move her. Well, she's going to go here. So I'm still trying to figure out where I want to put these. We're going to put some of these black circles. Maybe some coming from there, some from the bottom. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so these I'm going to do first. So I'm going to just kind of target the circles that I want first. And I don't want that circle, so I'm going to. And then this is going to, it's these circles here. I'm going to have that come in from the top up here. And I'm going to lift this page and kind of press it to make sure, because sometimes these blocks, I have a hard time getting like the complete image on. So I'm lifting the page there. Yeah, see? That's cute. I wish I had some really black ink. I need some better ink. My ink isn't. I need some really dark pens or pencils, but I can always go in with a black pen, I guess, and add some lines and stuff. Okay, let's go with these circles right here. Okay. Just in case. That's these circles. We want this to come out like from the side here. So let's press that, and I'm gonna lift this page if I can. Again, probably not the best way to do this, but it's my way, y'all. It's my way. And then let's do some of these. Let's see. Yeah, these little circles right there. Where'd my black ink go? Probably should just ink the whole thing and then just press it, but I don't want all these circles everywhere. Ooh, we don't want all that either. Okay. Let's see. These little circles will come from down this little spot. Okay. I got some there too. Extra ink. Let's see, where's she gonna be? Yeah, I think I want these to be a little bit darker. Wish I had some really dark black ink. I need to get some, y'all. Let's see. Which ones do we want to have come out again? I'm gonna have this one come out. There. There we go. And just a couple more. That didn't work because I can't get this in. It's too big. Ugh, it's too big. This is why I'm just gonna go like this and just press it. There we got some. And we'll just do a little bit down here. Now it's just, I'm like just throwing it on there. There we go. Okay. Got our little circles. I'm going to grab my Sharpie pen. And I think I'm going to go in here now and really kind of go in and highlight these a little bit more. I'm just freehanding it, squiggle wiggle. So I'm following the little dot stamps that we did, but adding, yeah, I like that. It's adding a little bit more depth to it. And let's see, this one will go like this. Ooh, I think my pen, let me grab another one. Oh, where is it? Sharpie, Sharpie. Let's see if this one will work better. A few more down here. Okay. Yeah, I just like how that ink just popped those out a little bit more. I wasn't getting the black oomph that I wanted. Okay, now we're gonna glue her on. I could always do like black splatters too, but I think I'm gonna try to decide where I want to put her. And I just fussy cut her out ahead of time. There we go. And I want that clock. Yeah, we'll put her like right there. So that circle just like really just circles her head right there. Okay, and then I have my title, and actually I'm going to take my Sharpie and just kind of do the little edge around it. One day. At a time. So yeah, I really hope y'all take this one to heart, because one day can really be the difference between a crazy, horrible day and then light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, sometimes it just takes 24 hours. And I know sometimes you feel like you can't get through the day and you're like, I just can't make it. I can't do another day of this. I just can't. Believe me, y'all, I've been there where I'm just like, I literally can't do this anymore. Sometimes I just need to like, just say, okay, I'm going to sleep. Tomorrow will be a new day and we'll wake up and see what happens, you know? And maybe tomorrow isn't, you know, the best. But if you can just keep getting through each day, one day at a time. I like that. Like maybe like right there. One day the light will shine. So I know sometimes it's really hard, and so many of you are going through some really crazy things and difficult things, and I just pray that you realize that there will be light at the end of the tunnel, and His mercies are new every morning. And sometimes it just takes one day to change things around, you know? Things can instantly change. Whoops. I know you all were like, no, don't put that there. Me too. I'm too busy talking and trying to do this at the same time. One day at a time. I think there was a old TV show out, One Day at a Time, really? I don't remember. Maybe with Valerie Bertinelli, if y'all remember that. I think it was called One Day at a Time. I think I've only watched it a couple times, but I like One Day at a Time. Just if you can get through each day, God's mercies are new every morning. Okay, I think I'm debating if I want her to stand out more. Let me see. Let me grab. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm reaching here into my colored pencils. Let's find like a black. Is this black? Black colored pencil. I might just kind of color around her a little bit to have her stick out a little bit more. You could do this with watercolor too if you want. I'm just going to do the colored pencil here. I have no idea what they're doing back there. Sawing the tile maybe or something, who knows. It's going to be fun to see how it turns out when they're all done. I mean, they show you on the paper, you know, but you never know. Like I can never tell until I see it. Like, and then I'm like, oh wow, I like it, you know. So it'll be an exciting reveal once they're done. So right now I'm just outlining her because I just feel like she's fading way too far into the back. And so we want her to kind of stick out a little bit more. So I'm just highlighting. I didn't even bother cutting under in between there. Let's see, does that help a little bit? Oh yeah, I think it does. Now that I stand back and I see that, I'm actually gonna widen this shadow a little bit more. I'm just kind of goofing now, y'all. This is fun. This is fun just kind of coloring. And I haven't, you know, I used to do those adult coloring books all the time. I haven't done that in a while either. There's a lot of things that I kind of like put to the wayside and haven't done in a while. And this is kind of reminding me of that, like going in and doing some shadowing. And so I do it darker along the edge here. And then I kind of go back in and just do a little lighter shadow around. That just gives you another kind of look. Oh, it's just fun coloring. I'm definitely going to have to crack out my adult coloring books again and maybe just sit and color for a while. It's like that mindless, you know, you can turn on some music and just color. I love that. I haven't done that in so long. Yep, I am definitely convincing myself to go do that right now after this. This is fun. Fun, fun. Let's do a little bit of shadow down here. I'm just gonna like kind of even color it even more down here. A little bit more shadow. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that definitely helps. And you know what? Hey, let's just keep going. Let's just do a little bit around here. This is definitely a mixed media page, that's for sure. We're using colored pencils, watercolors, stamps and ink and brushes and what else? Glue, scissors and glue. Watercolor, let's see, we use watercolors, stamping, inks, colored pencil. If you want to add washi tape to yours, you could use collage paper behind here. Instead, if you don't have stamps, you could use like old book pages and collage paper. I need to do a collage one too. Okay, my brain is starting to get all these different projects I can do now. Yeah, I definitely would like to do like another collage one. I haven't done that in a while. I haven't done napkin decoupaging either in a while. Ooh, I need to do that too. I'm coming back, y'all. I'm coming back. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that really helped pop that. Cool. Okay, well, there you go. So if one of your pictures is just kind of fading in the back or whatever, you can always just kind of go in and do something like that. And then I am going to, let me see if I could find a stencil here with letters and numbers. Let's see here. Instead of doing my stamp, let's see. No, these aren't my stencils. Hang on. Where's my stencils with all my letters and numbers? Here we go. Got this whole big thing of stencils, and some of them have numbers, bigger numbers. Let's see. I don't want like huge crazy numbers, but So today is what? April. What month is April? 4, right? Okay, so let's write that down. So grab a pen. 4, and then today is what? The what? 26? I can't see my calendar. 26, 22. So I'm going to need 4, 2, 6, 2, 2. Okay. Let's see here. Is this going to be too big? Maybe we'll just put it down the side here. So I'm just going to color this in like this. And then I'll probably go in with a black pen. What did I say? 4, 2, 6. Okay, so here's a 4, here's a 2. So right now I am just doing it with my pencil. 2, and then here's a 6. Trying to do it sideways. Not very conducive to like going straight, but 4, 2, 6. 2022. Oh my gosh, y'all. Two. And what I'll do is I'll go in with a black pen and color those in. And then I'll take a picture of this and upload it. But so we got 4, 2, 6, 2, 2. I'm gonna just do like a dot there and a dot there. Color that in. So there we go. I'll do that off camera so you don't have to just watch me. I'm just gonna color those numbers in. But there is our page for today, y'all. So let me bring this up. So here's what it looks like far away. Here's what it looks like close up. Got the clock there because, you know, sometimes your days drag, sometimes they go so fast, but all we got to do is take it one day at a time. Our verse today is Lamentations 3, verses 22 through 24. But I'm really focusing on his mercies never come to an end. They're new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. That's really what I'm focusing on there. And then here's the side. And then again, I'm going to color those numbers in. There we go, y'all. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a very blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.